Welcome to the weekly Roundup, Part 1. You've reached Talking with Dr. Terry, 180 Seconds to a Better You, message number 475, and I'm Dr. Terry Wurzbacher. Lisa asked what probate was. Basically, it's the legal process to ensure a will is executed properly and legally. Matt talked about his time as a social worker and a program he developed that worked with some mental illness conditions, but part of their advanced directives planning was listening to people they didn't want contact. I hadn't thought of that, but if you have people that you don't want contacted in your life, you definitely want to write those wishes down. Ramona made me laugh again when she said it's fascinating the directions that people take with the messages. She sometimes finds herself wondering if she listened to the same message they did. And that's exactly where I was in the beginning. But I guess after a year I've recognized some people and where they go, and I have a bigger advantage than Ramona has. But it is kind of funny. Melissa had another excellent question. This was about the 90-second rule, and it's kind of science-related, so don't zone out. She said that in her work with trauma, they say that the chemicals remain in the body for a long time, not the 90 seconds I was talking about. This is kind of a misconstruing of what happens, I think. When someone has had trauma, especially repeated traumatic experiences, there's structures in the brain that become hair triggers, and as soon as those triggers are activated, and it doesn't take much at all, the cascade of chemicals begins again. That's part of our protective mechanism. The brain is constantly seeing danger when you've been exposed to trauma, so the fight or flight mechanism is just a flick of the eye away. It's not the chemicals that are actually staying in the body, it's more their effects, specifically the oversensitization of the amygdala and the hippocampus, to get technical. There's also the concept of newly constructed neural circuits also leading to rapid fire of the chemicals, and I hope this helps, Melissa. Debbie brought up a good point too. She said that when someone says or does something that hurts us, our first instinct is to protect ourselves since we're emotional beings. She said it's hard to manage your emotions when you're trying to protect yourself. So remember that I said it's not one or the other with emotions, it's learning to balance them. When you're hurt, feel the hurt and then move on somehow. If you stay hurt, the only one suffering is you. The other person is definitely moved on. Why let them win? But it's natural to have those initial feelings. That's why you can benefit from setting the 90-second timer, making yourself pause for that amount of time. About the sub-2-hour marathon, Debbie commented on the people who stopped to help others near the end when someone was having problems. This happens in nearly every marathon, and it's a wonderful example of people helping people. And I'm glad it's become a real feel-good story for most of the big marathons and the news coverage. We'll pick up with the rest tomorrow. And on that note, everybody, have a diamond day.